Hey girls! So first off, I want to start by saying I am so proud of you for caring about your feminine hygiene and looking into ways to better yourself as a woman. So kudos to you. As you may know, as women, we deal with multiple aspects of feminine hygiene. So I'm here today to share with you a way to maintain a healthy pH balance and feel fresh and confident throughout every stage of your cycle. And most women believe that a feminine hygiene routine coupled with your cycle is just referring to the hygiene that happens during that time of the month. But the cycle is actually an ongoing thing unless you do something to break the cycle, and we're not going to talk about any abnormalities today, so yeah. This feminine hygiene routine is going to be broken down into what do you want to do before, during, and after the menstruation portion of your cycle, as well as what you can do before and after intimate sessions, if you know what I mean. All using products from today's sponsor, NutraBlast. NutraBlast is a leading feminine hygiene company with products sold on Amazon, Target, and at CVS. They offer a wide variety of feminine care products from pads to feminine washes, probiotic, and more. Pretty much whatever you've got going on feminine hygiene wise, NutraBlast has a solution for you. So no matter what stage of the cycle you're in, you'll be covered as long as you go ahead and check out the link below. So let's get started on how you can prep for your cycle. So first, to get started with prepping for your cycle, you want to know around when it's going to come, so you should be tracking it. I'm pretty sure you know around when it's going to come. So when it is that time or approaching that time, you want to do a few things. You want to go ahead and take the feminine pH test strips from NutraBlast. These are amazing and very handy because they allow you to know your pH at the drop of the hat. All you gotta do is pop one out, follow the instructions, wait for the results, and you're good to go. You know whether or not you are in the range. These test between 3 to 5.5. They also have some that test the full range of 1 to 14, I believe it is. So you have options, but you want to be testing for your pH. This allows you to know that you're going into no issues. You're starting with a clean slate. So your test strips, use those. Then the next thing that I like to make sure that I'm using to stay fresh around that time of the month, and pretty much any time, is going to be a probiotic. Now NutraBlast offers the Everyday Women's Probiotic as well as the Balance Complex Probiotic. The Everyday Women's Probiotic has 50 billion CFUs of good bacteria in it to help balance you out and make sure that you're good to go. It comes with 1 capsule per day, every day for a month. I love these. I think they actually work. And here I just have the probiotic in aloe vera, which just helps with like intestinal health as well. So you have some options there, but I definitely recommend choosing one of these to start with because you need a probiotic in your life. Probiotics help restore the healthy bacteria and it prevents infections down there, so you're definitely gonna want to make sure you're taking one of these as a preventative measure. You're gonna be good, especially you pair this with your test strips, you know you're good. Now we move on to the showering process when I know I'm going to be on my menstruation portion of my cycle, and that's when I'm going to reach for, honestly, I'm always going to reach for this, my So Fresh and So Clean NutraBlast feminine wash. It's a fragrance-free feminine wash that cleanses discharge and it balances out your pH while being fragrance-free. And I have been using this since September, and it's almost Christmas time. Like, it's pretty much Christmas at this point, but I've been using this since September and I haven't gone back to anything else that I've used previously. But if you are on Amazon or shopping around for a good fragrance-free wash for down there, this is one that I recommend because it does actively balance the pH. And lastly, I like to finish up in the shower with the Inti-Mist. Now this Inti-Mist is really cool. It doesn't irritate and it smells really good. And if you're watching this video, you might love fragrance too if you've seen any of my previous ones. So I think this is something that us girls are gonna love. So you should definitely think about getting this mist. It is a blend of oils. It is natural. It's all organic and it has premium essential oils in it. It's paraben free. There's no animal testing. Like, it just smells so good. Yes. It doesn't irritate, it's nice, and it's got tea tree oil, lemongrass oil, aloe vera oil, neem extract, the ones that the ones that make it fragrant. Yes, the ones that make it fragrant are gonna be the orange peel, eucalyptus, we have the tea tree, and the lemon. And there's some rosin leaf oil, but anyways, this stuff is good and it's soothing and the scent's going to last because you have those oils. So now we're gonna move into what you should do during your cycle. This is a delicate time. Girl, you're eating your chocolate. You don't want anybody to bother you. So once my cycle has started, there's one thing I like to do. I like to immediately start using the Balance Shield liners. Now these liners are special. These are not like any other liners you've ever tried, and I'll tell you why. I use them for any day that you would use a normal liner for. They're the same size. I'll pop in video. So the core layer is made up of a bamboo charcoal chip, but then it's also paired with a pH balancing negative anion chip core. So those are all fused together in there to make this little black center that you see on the screen here, and it keeps you from smelling like anything all day, like you would never even know. It's really nice. So these are worth it. They come 22 a pack, so definitely a great buy. They're pretty high tech for something that's so affordable, especially for it also being the organic cotton. We love that for us, because the days that we're not using this, we are using regular organic pads from any brand that carries organic pads. We're gonna be at Target anyway picking up our NutraBlast products, so we might as well just go ahead and stock up on our regular organic pads. Once that's done, because we're really excited, of course, when the menstruation part of our cycle is done, aren't we all? You wanna go in with your NutraBlast Feminine Wash. If you haven't noticed, this is a staple. I use this every day. I don't use any other feminine wash. So you want to go in with your NutraBlast Feminine Wash. You'll want to shower up real good. Then once you're done with your shower, you want to test your pH. And you'll want to do this to make sure it's within the safety range. Your pH should be, if it's healthy, it's going to be anywhere between 3.8 and 4.5. And if it's anywhere above that or below that, you need to reevaluate, and I'll tell you what to do about that in just a moment. But after you have showered and you've tested your pH, you go ahead and you do a comparison and decide if you need to do a boric acid suppository. So you'll want to use a boric acid suppository to restore the natural pH balance that you have going on down there after your cycle, because it can hover somewhere between 7.4 once the cycle is done. So if you're in that range or close to that range or over the 4.5 safety range, you're going to want to go ahead and use one of these boric acid suppositories. And NutraBlast is able to bring this to you in one natural ingredient. It's 600 milligrams of boric acid powder, but simple warning that it is not to be taken orally. No. You're gonna want to grab some of the suppository applicators, because this is going down there. It's not going in here. So grab this. I'll do a demonstration on the screen for you, but you'll grab one of these, you'll grab one of your suppositories, and you'll continue to follow the instructions. We won't go any further on this channel about what you do with it. You can read the instructions, but they can be used for anywhere between 7 to 14 days. I just like to go ahead and test my pH in between until everything is where it needs to be. You can use it to up to maximum 14 days. And it's also nice to know that NutraBlast is trusted by OBGYNs such as Chantrell M. Cooper, who endorses the boric acid suppository by NutraBlast, as it is a best-selling suppository. It is nice to have on hand, because it turns out that strip doesn't say what you want it to say. You want to have these. I'm telling you, you do. Link down below. Once you've gone ahead and made the decision of whether or not to use your suppository, you either use it or you find that your pH balance is good, so you don't need to, and you'll follow up with the Intimus so that you're nice and moisturized. Look at that moisture, look at that sheen, and you're smelling good and you're feeling good. Brings us to the favorite part of the menstruation cycle. You're actually not menstruating. Of course, we're going to use our feminine wash. We haven't let go of that yet, and we're still taking our probiotic, one or the other. And of course, you'll want to follow up with your final staple, which is going to be your spray for this time of the month, where it's no time of the month. And you'll periodically just want to check your pH balance with your strips to make sure that you're still falling in the range. I typically do this 1 to 2 times a week, at minimum 1 time a week, but definitely 1 to 2 times a week. But also, when you're not on your menstruation portion of your cycle, you're able to have intimate workouts. You know? For obvious reasons, I'll continue to refer to this as a working out activity. So before you're going to work out, if you have time, if you know it's going to be the kind of day where you're going to want to work out, or someone else is going to want to work out with you, then you will want to go ahead and shower. And you'll want to shower with your staple. You'll want to take your probiotic, because we're on a routine. We love a routine. Routines work. Then you'll follow up with your pH test strips just to make sure everything is everything and nothing is a little off, because you need to take care of that because it's your body, it's your vessel. It's important to know what's going on. Like, we can't just avoid these things. We need to know. So you want to go ahead and test everything. Once you're good and you know you're good, you're gonna want to just follow up with this. And the thing I love about this is it's purse friendly. It's so small. It's just 2 ounces. A little goes a long way. You can go ahead and make sure you put this in your purse so that you can do touch-ups if you need to before you work out, if you have to go to the gym. After you are done working out, this is not the time to just lay there and enjoy and relax and just be like, no. This is time for self-care down there. So proceed to the restroom. Go ahead and hop in the shower if you can. You'll want to use your wash. Be sure to urinate directly after, just because you don't want a UTI. Like, that's not cute for anybody. It's not fun for anybody. So just make sure you do that one thing for me. Please promise me you'll do that. Promise me you will do that. Anyways, so do that, then hop in the shower. Use your feminine wash, follow up with a test strip. Now, yes, of course you tested before, but now things have changed. You've worked out, you've done a little sweating, so you want to go ahead and making sure that your pH is still within those 3.8 to 4.5 levels, so you're good to go and there's no ands or buts about it. And then you'll want to follow up with your regular testing in between your workouts. But anyways, so now that we have probably made my parents blush because they watch this channel, because they support me. Thanks, Mom. Hi, Mom. Let's talk about it for 1 second. Just a little tangent. My mom actually likes NutraBlast, and she's okay with me saying this. So again, hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Yeah, she likes NutraBlast because she said that after having children and other things like that, it helps to restore her pH balance, and she uses like the test strips and stuff. So she's able to use those things to restore herself and make herself feel better and fresh all the time, so that she doesn't have to worry or wonder. Like, who wants to wonder, like, why do I have this odor, or like, why does this feel off? Like, nobody wants to wonder. And with all of these products that I've mentioned here today, you don't have to. And it's well worth it for your peace of mind. So these are just a few of my hygiene tips. Not a few, girl. This is my entire hygiene routine. Like, I have given you the key to how I take care of everything. Giving you the shower routines, but now here's the feminine hygiene routine. We're stepping out of the shower. So don't forget to share this video with someone who maybe is an older teen, or, you know, a woman in their 20s or 30s who just, you know, needs to level up their feminine hygiene. Because I remember I didn't understand what I was doing before. I knew a little bit, but I didn't know certain things were bad for me, and I didn't know that fragrance free was like holy grail. So here I am giving these things to you, and I hope that you've enjoyed them. And don't forget to subscribe right here so you can see more hygiene related content. And if you like this video, I really think you would like this video. It'll take you through my entire shower routine and how I use NutraBlast in it. And I'll see you there. Bye.